All right, today we're going to videotape doing a batch of freeze-dried candies. I didn't know that people actually freeze-dry candies until a friend told me he had freeze-dried Skittles. So let's see what's going to happen. For the marshmallow stuff, I predict that they're going to shrink into those like those little crunchy marshmallows in hot chocolate packets, like in Swiss Miss or something. I think that will happen. If there's going to be any kind of a mess, I think that will happen with the soft, chewy stuff, like perhaps the Sweet Tarts and Sour Patch Kids. They're sort of like gummy kind of texture. The jelly beans, I don't know, because they have like the squishy parts are inside. And for the cotton candy, I have no idea. They could possibly melt during the drying stage, just like chocolate. So you don't want to ever freeze dry chocolate. It's a big mess. It will be melted, so really avoid that. Although chocolate ice cream is okay because it's incorporated. Don't get anything with chocolate chip in there, like chocolate chip ice cream or mint chip, because that kind of chocolate chunk will melt in the freeze dryer. All right, so let's check out how we're going to do this. So we have some extra freeze time and dry time. So we're going to hit the start button, and it's going to cool the vacuum chamber. I hope you can hear me because it's kind of loud. So here we have our stainless steel pans, and for this experiment I am going to use parchment paper to line the trays. So this one's a little squirrely. I'm going to have to put down the camera, but I'll show you the end result. Always line your trays with parchment paper if you anticipate a mess, or if you anticipate your product being really dry and crumbly, like dust pretty much, because you don't want to inhale and let all the dust and stuff, and it'll be easier to peel off the stainless steel trays when it's lined with parchment. I'll show you minced garlic. That falls into that category. Okay, so I'm going to put candy on here and I'll show you how it goes. This is the shut-off valve, so it can maintain pressure inside the chamber. Right now it's in the open because it's allowing the drainage into your waste bucket. Okay, so when we are ready to freeze dry, we're going to have to close the shut-off valve. That has the Sweet Tart ropes. These are the Sour Patch Kids. These are jelly beans. Here's a whole tray of Skittles. And we have the cute little holiday marshmallows, the trees, and I think those are supposed to be snowflakes on the right. And here we have cotton candy, but I'm somewhat concerned that the cotton candy is going to make a big mess. So I also put another sheet of parchment paper on top. And we're waiting for the vacuum chamber to cool down. All right, the chamber has cooled down enough, so it's time to load the trays. Okay, here we go. We have all the trays loaded in. All right, here goes nothing. Okay, so here are the Sour Patch Kids, the jelly beans, and the soft, chewy Smarties rope. No visible change in appearance. Okay, so for these, I just tried a jelly bean, and there's really no difference. Same with the Sour Patch Kids. The gummies stayed kind of gummy. And for the most part, these soft, chewy Smarties ropes They look like they feel like they're dried out. Like if you left the package open and in the air. So there's really no remarkable differences in these. And you should note that I did not use a special candy setting. I hear that the software update provides a candy setting, but I'm not really interested. I never freeze dry candy. I freeze dried Whole Foods and the good stuff. Okay, these are the marshmallows, and let's see. They did not shrink in size. I suspected that they would, but they did not. They do feel hard. Like if you left the marshmallow out for, a couple of months or something, they feel hard and they feel dried. I'm gonna now grab a knife. For so many things that I have freeze dry, I can kind of tell when it is done just by the feel of it and the weight. So we don't want this to I don't want this to spray candy all over me. Okay, you saw that? It is crunchy marshmallows. They're kind of fun because I know they're in Swiss Miss hot chocolate packets, the instant hot chocolate packets. Although I'm not supposed to have those, as per my doctor. Anyway, yep, these are definitely crunchy marshmallows. They can be really fun. Those, I'm glad they turned out. Oh, holy shit. These are the Skittles. Okay, this was not expected because, as you know, Skittles has that, hard candy shell and the gooey inside, but this is like crazy, man. This is totally crazy. So what the stuff inside, it busts through the hard candy shell, which I'm really impressed. Very impressive, busting through that hard candy shell. And yeah, I just dumped the whole bag in because I didn't really expect a whole lot from the Skittles. Knowing what they do now, I would say I probably, would space them out a bit more. Okay, so okay, they're so hard that I cannot even crush it. I'm gonna eat one. Oh my goodness. My friend was right. They are actually not chewy anymore, and they're not hard. I thought they would be really solid like a gobstopper, but they're really light. They kind of like a popcorn kind of feel, or a malted, like a malt ball, It will not break your teeth at all. So yeah, these are definitely interesting and they're really fun. Yep, I just took another taste test. Definitely funny. Okay, this is going out to my friend because I am not supposed to have this much sugar. Here is the cotton candy. Had a parchment paper on top because I was afraid it might blow up like the Skittles. And let's see what we have. I didn't want a big mess. So I don't know what to expect with the cotton candy. Okay, no change at all. No, absolutely no change. It's still poofy and soft. I'm surprised that it did not melt. The jelly beans were actually kind of warm. So, cotton candy, okay, it does nothing. Okay, and I'm not supposed to have that much sugar. Okay, so I might as well show you this portion as well. So we are to defrost. The oil-free pump will run for 5 minutes. When the pump is done running, it will stop and then defrost. The vent that we were always talking about is off to the side. Right here, this is the vent. And the defrost will cause all the moisture to come out of the tube and into a waste bucket. That's the process, folks.